There's several stages the narcissist goes through when they discard you, and some of it is premeditated. This is just their mode of operation. You're probably feeling very down right now. I know I just was in the worst place mentally when I was discarded by the narcissist. They probably have somebody already lined up. A few people. Narcissists like to hedge their bets. And even before they did their quote unquote final discard, they were not there anymore. They had emotionally discarded you a while ago. And you probably noticed this. You probably noticed that they were distant. They didn't have as much affection for you as they used to. They were very short with you. And then there becomes a breaking point, Sometimes even like myself, when I first left, I kind of discarded the narcissist and left on my own, but it was incredibly difficult, and it was after a lot of abuse. Sometimes the narcissist discards you and then immediately they're feeling relief. You have probably gotten sad that you are not the person you were when they originally met you. You're probably sadder, fatter, broker, just like I was. They beat you down into a shell of yourself, and they're gonna discard you no matter what. There's all these theories on grade 8 supply and blah blah this and that. The narcissist is a dysfunctional person, and what we have to what's going to comfort you at the end of the day, it might not feel that way right now, especially if the discard is very fresh. They're dysfunctional, and they don't like themselves, and they don't like you, and the relationship was doomed from the start, no matter how good of a supply you are to them. So this is the first part. They initially feel relief, like, okay, I can finally go with my new supply, got rid of this old supply that was malfunctioning already, because we're objects to them. And if when they do feel a positive emotion, it doesn't last very long for them. They feel this relief, and now they're in the new stage with the new supply, and they're probably not thinking much about you, honestly. They are in that honeymoon phase with the new supply. And for narcissists, there is like this 3 month kind of time frame where things go well, as well as it can with a narcissist. And in this time, it's relief, and then their honeymoon phase, just like everything in the narcissist life, goes way up, and then it kind of settles down, and it reaches a baseline. And this is when they're getting bored. This is when the new supply is starting to figure them out. Just like we did at the beginning, we knew there was something off about the narcissist, but we chose to ignore it for whatever reason. This is the stage that the new supply is in, and now the narcissist is going through that boredom phase. They've, even with the new supply, they've still been talking to old supplies. They might have been kind of trying to maybe hoover you to try to see how broken they left you. They're talking to other people. They're lining up their next supply, because this new supply that they left you that was supposedly so much better than you. How's that true if they're already lining up other supplies? It's just the narcissist is never satisfied. And again, this is why you can't take these things so personally. I know our emotions are very strong when they first discard us, but look at the pattern. Look at the pattern that I'm explaining to you. It's probably happened to you many times. The whole the whole thing. This has probably happened to you many times, just like it's happened with them and the other supplies. You first meet, or you meet up again, and it's all great, and then they start to devalue you, and then the fighting begins, and then you leave each other, and it's a repetition compulsion that you're stuck in with a narcissist. Narcissists are very fickle, anxious, jumpy people. So now they're in this restless state. They are looking for their next victim. This is when they might try to hoover you. This is when maybe all their sources of supply are catching on to them. They're in this scavenger mode where they're trying to get new supply. They're trying to recycle old supply. And this is the part where we have to be at our strongest, because they might try to hoover us, and it's not because they love us. It's not because they care about us. They want to see several things. They want to see how damaged you are or still are. They want to see if you still care about them, and they want to see if you have anything to offer to them. If they when they when they reach this stage after the discard, and they're having trouble finding good sources of supply, this is when they start to panic. This is when the hoovering gets very intense. This is when they start driving by your house, or they do these very strange things to try to get your attention. This is the point where we have the most power if we play our cards right. If we don't accept this behavior from them, if we don't accept the hoover, if we've healed enough to understand our value, because guys, why do you think the narcissist wanted you? They are this very materialistic, wanting people that are of value. If you had nothing to offer them, if you were just some like bum, they wouldn't have, tricked you into loving them. You have stuff. You're better than them. You have stuff that they want, and this is why they're coming back. But realize now that it's all BS, and this is where we make our best move. This is where we do not accept them back into our lives, and this is what's going to hurt them most. This is how we end this horrible cycle with the narcissist and go on and live our best lives. This is the crucial point. This is the point in the stages of the final discard where you have to accept that you're better off without them. They're coming back to you and they're desperate. And why is that? It's because you're better than them. It's as simple as that. You deserve someone who actually cares and loves you, not someone who just comes back to you when it's convenient to them. I get it. You still have feelings for them, but just it's really simple to say but hard to do, and I understand. I've been there. But are you gonna let your feelings let someone who continuously hurts you back into your life? We have to take our own advice, because we know, right? We know what we need to do, but our heart just, the narcissist fooled us into loving them, and it tugs at our heartstrings. Try your best. It was difficult for me as well. Try your best to not listen to your emotions. Listen to your own advice, and do not allow these toxic people back into your life.